I'll go ahead and introduce myself as we're waiting for people to hop on. So first of all, thank you for everyone who's joining. We are very excited to talk about our program is what we're calling it. So you can learn more about the benefits and the perks we're offering for any program business that you work with, and what we're kind of really focused on rolling out to you this next year. So my name is Amanda Jones, and I am an account executive here at POP.
And I'm Kayleigh McAdams, and I'm also an account executive here at POP. And we're super excited to talk to you today about our program.
Yep, exactly. Okay, I think we're just gonna go ahead and get started. Just a heads up, this is gonna be very brief. It should only be about 10 to 15 minutes, and we'll leave some time at the end for questions. There's also gonna be a QR code that you can scan and opt into our program at the end as well. So just wait for that last slide at the end when we have all of that up. And we should be able to run through all this pretty quickly. So,
Hi, Steve.
Hi, Connor. Thanks for joining. Okay, here we go. So before we jump into the fun stuff about programs, I'm first just going to give kind of a little refresher about POP, who we are, how we got started. I'm sure many of you are familiar, but for those of you who aren't, I would like a nice refresh. I'm going to explain that to you briefly. So basically, we've been in the industry for 10 years now. Our founder, Sterling, basically kind of started the idea of POP during his time in college at USC. He decided to source PMS match sunglasses for like a college game day weekend, and basically ended up selling out of them entirely in one day. And kind of realized the need for Pantone matched products. Clearly from there, we've come a very long way. We started with just selling sunglasses, and now we have 80 plus products in our line, which is, pretty cool. And you can see that here from the slide, how our product line has really grown. And this is only a small snapshot of what we have to offer. But kind of some main takeaways there, main things to remember about POP. We're really focused on Pantone matched products, full color customization, and everything in our line is totally made from scratch for your client, for your order specifically. So we're really kind of the perfect fit for any clients that you have that are looking to add some more customized, unique products into their programs that you work with.
Yeah, that was great. So that was like a little history about POP, but what we're really here to focus on today is our program. So we really want you guys to just kind of think of like, what is a program to you? Our clients all have varying definitions of what they feel their programs are. So I want to give you guys a second just to think about, your top clients and the top programs that you're a part of. These may be clients that have recurring orders, events that happen each year, and online stores, employee gifting, things like that. So just like kind of get your juices flowing about what a program is to you, and we will jump off from there. So this is kind of like our top product categories, our program categories that we see our clients really utilizing us for in the program sphere. So the main program categories that we work with are going to be like uniform programs, recurring events, as I mentioned, employee recognition is a big one, client rewards. So we just want you guys to just like really focus on what you want to work on this year with us and what you really feel like can grow within POP in our product categories.
Yeah, exactly. And obviously we know there are a ton of different types of programs, but the best thing about us is that we work with you to customize our products to work well for whatever program you work with. And so now we're going to dive a little bit deeper in just a few of those categories that we have seen some great success with, that I think sometimes POP isn't always top of mind. To be in addition to this type of program. But first off is uniform programs. So I know typically what comes to mind is apparel, sweatshirt, zip ups, that type of thing. And although POP doesn't sell, your standard kind of apparel, we do have a lot of other products that can fit really well into that category, and kind of be an interesting addition to, the other products that are already in that program. So these are just some examples that we have here: scrunchies, socks, lanyards. So just more unique, fun additions that, say it's an employee store and your employees are looking for something a little bit more fun, funky. This is going to be kind of your perfect fit. And something else to note here as well. A lot of you might have seen that we have slashed our lanyard pricing. We're actually running a special right now. It's through the end of Q1. And we're offering the best lanyard pricing in the entire industry. If you go on our website, you'll see our new pricing listed there. But really, there's no better time time to kind of be pushing these products and get these proactive ideas out there for your program clients, to see if they're interested in kind of some more unique additions to their uniform program, for example.
Definitely. So one of the ones we already mentioned was reoccurring events. That's a huge category for us in our programs that we work with. So for example, like different runs, outdoor events that happen each year. So it's going to be like consistent reorders. We definitely want you to just like tell us about those. And that's something that can definitely qualify for these program benefits that we're going to talk to you about.
Yeah, exactly. So these are some of my favorite examples here. The Duncan socks that you see here are so cute. Those are our comfort fit ankle socks. They're one of our most popular sock styles and one of my favorites. But just some great examples of how these products can work for kind of any kind of unique reoccurring event. Specifically 5K runs, outdoor things where gloves, beanies, scarves, socks are going to be really a perfect fit. And a really great thing to think about too is when you have people attending these events that are typically for a cause that they really want to support, really believe in, what's going to make it even more special is them being able to take home a product that they're going to be able to use time and time again that's really of high quality retail value. And that's where our products are going to be a really great fit for that type of giveaway.
For sure. So if you've received virtuals from us in the last 6 months, you might have noticed that we've made some changes. Over the past year, we've definitely revamped our entire virtual services offering. And now we have refresh decks and pitch decks. So you've probably seen something that looks similar to this, but it's going to show like really cohesive sets of items just to kind of expand your elevate your lines for your programs to kind of give you like an option of something you may have already ordered and then how you can expand upon it for your client and like give them more options. Yeah, exactly. And I think this is really the perfect example. You can see here how all these designs are cohesive. They look great together. The best thing about this is that you don't have to do any kind of the creative thinking and ideation yourself. We're going to take on the heavy lifting for you. And when you opt into our program, it's basically going to sign you up to get quarterly refreshes like this. So, you know, at the beginning of every quarter, you'll get a brand new deck of what's trending for that season, you know, what is new in our line. And then that way you're always going to have ideas prepped and ready for your next meeting with your client. And you can be really proactive with them and not have to worry about reaching out to us when you're looking for ideas because we already have them, you know, being worked on the back end. And they're going to look just like something like this. And then one other note too. We always like to mention that we do have a very, very large art team. We actually have like a 2-to-1 ratio artists to salespeople. So always keep that in mind too. I know we mentioned this a lot, but you're never burdening us when you're asking for more program refresh decks or more virtuals. We are there to support you and be an extension of kind of your creative team. And we know that our virtuals and these decks are going to be the best way to show our products to your clients and get them thinking about adding them to their programs. Sure, that's what we're here for. The best thing about our virtuals is that they are unlimited, as Amanda said. You can see here, this is just like another example of one of these program refresh decks that you would be receiving from us. You can see on the left, we included like a tote bag that's already in the Advent Health program. And then on the right, it's more ideas that are going to pair well with this design. Something that you can add to an employee gifting store. Just definitely great additions to just add for any kind of refresh. We can do this seasonally, we can do this quarterly, yearly. It's all just part of benefits. Yeah, exactly. Okay. And now the final slide, the long awaited reveal is the list of, you know, all the benefits that this program actually includes. I won't run through every single thing. And I know we did just mention the refresh decks, which is a big benefit. But there are a few other really great perks, and this is exactly why you should opt in. So as I talk about these, feel free to scan that QR code that you see on the screen. You should be able to scan it with your phone and it'll take you straight to the link on our website that lets you basically opt in. It should be like a pretty brief survey and you'll just fill in any info you want us to know about the programs that you work with, any of, you know, their website links, their artwork and assets, just so our team can start pulling from there and getting to work on those decks for you. But we can also send around, you know, a link to our website as well if the QR code doesn't work for anyone. But anyway, getting into some of those benefits and perks, as you can see here listed on the screen, the number one thing is unlimited inventory. You will never have to worry about inventory levels with us. You never have to worry about us discontinuing products. Everything is made from scratch for your order specifically. So we will always have
plenty of inventory for any number of products of orders you want to place with us. The program refresh support that we already kind of talked about, those refresh decks, and having us as your go-to team to kind of hold your hand through every step of the process, go back and make any edits and tweaks to any of the designs that we present to you, and really perfecting, whatever you're going to be presenting to your client for them to add to their program. Another really, really great thing is free specs. Typically our spec samples do have a cost associated because they're still being made from scratch overseas. But when it's being added to a program, potentially, we will always waive that charge and run them completely for free. So a really great perk to keep in mind. And it's kind of no questions asked as long as you opt into the program. Another benefit that I do want to touch on too, that actually isn't included here, is less than minimum pricing. So our minimums typically run at $250 to $100, depending on the product. But we know that sometimes programs do kind of require lower minimum. So that's something that we are offering specifically for program clients. So again, a great benefit to keep in mind. And if you opt in, we'll kind of know right away that it's a program you're working on and be able to offer that less than minimum pricing for you, which is very unique for us and kind of a first time thing.
Sure. So now I'm seeing that we do have a couple comments in the chat, but yeah, we're just going to open up the chat now. If you guys have any questions about what we just talked about, if you want to scan the QR code on the screen, you can fill out the quick survey. If you can also write and make a note if you want to schedule a call with your rep. We can just kind of go over this a little bit more in depth or talk about specific projects that you're working on. But if there's anything you want to talk about now, please feel free to utilize that chat and we'll hang on here for a little bit.
I see Christina asked, if we join the program, are the order minimums lower? That can be a barrier sometimes. And yeah, we totally get that. And as I mentioned, yes, so we are going to be offering less than minimum pricing. It will kind of depend on what the exact product is, how low we can go, what the pricing will be, but that's totally something you can discuss with your rep here. And as long as you're opted in and we know that it's part of a program, we're totally open to working with you on offering that lower than minimum pricing, and hopefully meeting our minimum so we can get our products into the program and make that work for you.
And Christina, no, there's no cost to join the program. This is definitely just a benefit we're extending to all of our customers that have programs. We just kind of want to be a silent partner and help you just like from start to finish with this. So
yeah,
opting in is totally free.
Yeah, always remember that too. We probably should have mentioned that. Completely free of charge. It's really just for your benefit. We just have been kind of realizing that programs should be treated differently than, just spot driven event-based business, because you work a lot harder to get your products in those programs and they're going to be reordered time and time again. So it's just a better way for us to keep track of which of our products are in programs and how to kind of better help you guys and see what benefits you're looking for, so we can be a better partner.
For sure.
Let's see.
That's a good question.
Do we have to fill out a program for each program, or is it just for our company overall? Honestly, whatever is easier for you. I would say if you have a few different programs you work with, you're welcome to just list them all in the one survey so you don't have to fill it out multiple times. And if it's, one team of people that work on that program, if you're able to just note in the notes, these other people work on this program with me, we'll be sure to kind of opt them in as well and keep you guys as a group, whatever team works on that program together. But it's also something if you want to send around the link to the rest of, your team or your company and have them opt in their own programs they work with, that works as well. We basically get the results and we'll read through everything and make sure we're reaching out to you guys and getting you opted in and getting you onboarded. So the more information you can provide, the better, but don't worry about filling in, 10 times if you have 10 programs you work with. I know that can be a lot. So you can just kind of include it on one if that's easier.
Also, this is just like a quick note. If you're already working on a program with one of our reps and on a regular basis, and you don't have to fill out this form, you can just let them know that you want to opt in, and we're more than happy to just like opt you in automatically. Yeah. So don't feel like you need to, but it's just here to help you make it a little easier.
Yeah. What information do you need on the PO when placing a program order? Honestly, if you can just know anywhere that it's a program. I know some people have like there's a P sometimes before the PO number, and that's how you guys keep track. That's part of a program. So if there's any kind of way that you track it, if you just want to make an extra note on the PO, or when you send the PO into us, note that this is for a program. That's really all we need. And our reps will, know right away, okay, let's get you opted in. It's part of a program. You're going to want to get all these perks and benefits. So A simple note on the PO is all we need, really. Let's see. Will we be at PPAI? We will be in Vegas, and we're so excited. It's going to actually be me and Kayleigh's first time, each of us. So definitely stop by. I think it's 2947 or
2975.
We'll figure out the exact
We'll
number.
let you know.
But we'll send that around to our booth number. Everyone should stop by. We're going to have tons of products there, all of our newest stuff, and we can definitely talk about program business there too as well. See, will turnaround times be any shorter? See, so limited by product through the program. So the turnaround times and production times are still going to be our standard production times, just because again, everything is made from scratch overseas. So it's not so much that it's going to affect the production times, but more so the minimums that you're working with, running the free spec samples and those types of things to kind of help get our products, into your client's hands and get them interested in our products. And then for the most part, it's going to be our standard turnaround time, standard production times, just for full production, if that answers your question. Do you need artwork for that order? Can we reference a previous program number? So yeah, if you know that you've already ran this order with us and it's going to be just a constant reorder for that program, all you have to do is reference the previous PO when you send in the PO. You don't have to search for the old artwork. We have all that saved on file. And once we get you kind of opted into our program and you're noted in our system that this is for a program, we kind of, gather everything in one spot, and we make sure that every artwork that we do for this program, all the orders, anyone associated with that program who works on it with you will kind of all be together in our system so we can better track it for you. So yeah, just note the previous PO number. That's all we need, and we'll kind of work on the back end to find the correct artwork and the correct previous proof and make sure it's all correct.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of creating like a living, breathing file like for the program itself.
Yeah.
Just continuous updates and keeping track of everything for you on our end.
Exactly. Will you be able to do drop ships? Yes. So drop shipping is something that we already do all the time. We can do individually drop shipping to, every single individual location, or if it's just to, multiple facilities, I think like you mentioned, that's totally something we can do as well. It's typically like a $10 drop ship fee per location, just as a standard, but definitely doable.
We're looking forward to seeing you too, Connor.
Looking forward to seeing everyone. We're very excited. Okay. I think that's all the questions that came through for now. Can we access the link via computer? What is the link without the QR code? So yeah, the QR code, if you scan on your phone, takes you to the link on our website for programs. But there is, you can access that same exact link on your computer. Let me see if I can actually pull up right now. I might be able to. And then I could.
Yes, we do know it's a little.
Sorry.
It needs to be a little more user-friendly on your phones, but there is a page for it on the site. Oh, we got Eric already helping us out there in the chat. Thank you, Eric.
Thank you, Eric. You're more tech savvy than we are, which is sad.
Yeah, so you can just use that link right there and fill out this exact survey on the QR code.
Yes. Okay.
Awesome.
Okay. Well, thank you everyone so much for joining. Hopefully you learned something new and are as excited as we are about our program. We're really excited to grow all of our business with you guys and start getting our products into your programs. And like Kayleigh mentioned too, you can always note as well when you opt in, if you want to set up a quick touch base call or one-on-one meeting with your rep here at POP, and they can really walk you through this on kind of a deeper level and your specific programs you work with, and talk about ideas to add into those programs. So just note that as well. We're also going to have a running list of anyone who opted into this program, and we'll be sending that out to your correct rep so they're aware as well. So if you forgot to note it, don't worry. They'll be following up with you too.
Definitely. Thank you guys so much.
All right. Okay.
We look forward to seeing you at PPAI.
Okay. Bye everyone. Thank you.